was 18, I was seeing a counselor, and literally, just as I said that, it made me wonder what is the difference between a counselor and a psychologist? Wait a minute, let me look it up. A counselor typically holds a master's degree and focuses on helping individuals navigate specific life challenges, often on a short term, goal orientated basis. Okay, so I guess counselors are more short term. In contrast, a psychologist usually holds a doctoral degree, PhD or PSYD, okay, and is trained to diagnose and treat a wider range of mental health issues. Psychologists also conduct psychological testing and assessments. While both professionals aim to improve mental health and well-being, psychologists have a broader and more intensive scope of practice. That sounds like basically they're saying one is more real than the other, but don't want to read into it. Anyway, getting back to it. When I was 18, just about to graduate from high school, I was seeing a counselor about various issues and problems that I was having. I guess around the age of 16 is when I first started rebelling quite a lot. Before that, I had maybe tried my first cigarettes and alcohol, but I was still quite sporty and into all of that. 16, though, is when I really started smoking. As I was always tall, I started to look 18 from about the age of 15. So usually I could buy cigarettes even when I was underage. So yeah, for me, after cigarettes, eventually came the moment when I had my first puff on a weed pipe at a party or something like that. And then after that, also, other drugs came along. And I started going to raves and all of that kind of stuff. During this time, too, obviously, I stopped playing sport. And basically, I thought that being a good student or caring about school was just lame, really. I always thought that being smart was cool, but it's like I had some sort of innate distaste for traditional schooling methods, which was actually kind of ironic since my parents had first tried sending me to an alternative Rudolf Steiner type school, which actually hadn't worked out that great for me either. Anyway, long story short, I was going to a counselor because I was struggling with a lot of anxiety mainly, and there was a lot of unpacking to be done. I had some sort of crippling fear inside of me, like an huge inner saboteur, which I had no idea where it was coming from or why. But I really remember this one session with the counselor when she said, when it comes to motivation, there are basically two types of people: the dangle the carrot in front of the donkey's face type of person in order to get them to move, or the kick the donkey up the ass to get it to move type of person. And then she asked me, which one am I? And the answer was pretty obvious. I was a chronic kick up the ass donkey kind of person. And, if I'm honest, it's been a constant struggle to transform into a beautiful butterfly person who doesn't need to hit a wall in order to start making changes in their life. So, yeah, if you're anything like me, here are a few things that I've personally found really help me with motivation in all facets of my life, creative or not creative. Number one, exercise. Movement is crucial for me. Gives me energy, it teaches me discipline, which then ends up spilling over to my job and my creative process and just my whole life, really. Movement is wonderful, and it's why I have it as number one on the list, because for me, this is the biggest one. Number two, music and movies. There's nothing that I love more than a little stroll alone with my headphones on and some music playing that I love, or sitting down at night and watching a good movie. I never love anything quite as hard as I do when I see a beautiful film with magnetic scenography and a captivating concept or a story. I actually had this moment just last night watching a short movie called The Staggering Girl with Julianne Moore and Kyle MacLachlan. It was so beautiful, so abstract, and yeah, just gave me that I love movies so much moment. Number three, taking a bath or a good shower. I mean, not all showers are equal. I have to say that to start with. Like, there's the 2-minute shower, like, just get it done, get in and out type shower. And then there's the really good shower where you're like, I'm going to take 5 to 10 minutes, maybe more, to really enjoy the warmth of this water and let my thoughts fly free. I feel like baths for me are more about the relaxation time And a good shower to me is like my internal creative team meeting where the members are me, and me, but it's great and we really get through the most pressing topics most of the time. Number 4, seeing friends. People can really affect your mood so much. I saw a meme somewhere once that said, "Pay attention to who you're with when you feel your best." And it's so true. I mean, I can be a lone wolf type girl most of the time where I honestly am someone who needs a bunch of alone time, but there've been so many occasions now where I didn't want to go out or didn't expect that by going out it would make me feel better and more motivated and happy when I got home. And I don't know, it doesn't fail to shock me every time, but I really can be quite shocked sometimes because, you have all kinds of experiences with human beings and not all are equally as pleasant as others, right? And there's definitely the drainer moments where you're like, oh my God, I couldn't have gotten home any faster. That was not what I was looking for that day. But then there's also plenty of times when it's the complete opposite to that. I still hate people. People suck. I also love people. People are great. Number 5. I thought there was going to be a number 5. There probably is a number 5, but no, they're really the main ones for me. I think if I think of more, I'll make another one of these or I'll write it in the comments. Thanks again for listening, everyone. Lots of love. Until next time.